Hey guys, you can see, yeah, I'm still in the outfit that I was in yesterday. It's because I recorded these both on the same day. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about operations with real numbers. Again, a lot of you probably already are comfortable with this, but some of you aren't, and that's okay. And some of you haven't had to do anything like this in quite a long time. And so we're just going to kind of talk about it all over today. Again, notes for this are right below this video. Check them out. Open it up, do whatever you need to with it. The first part of this is going to be more of me talking because it's a whole lot of words to write down. And again, they're all right below here. So we're going to talk first keywords to think of and knowing what operation to do. So you know that there's 4 main operations. We have addition, we have subtraction, we have multiplication, which can be a symbol in multiple ways. We're going to use just an X, okay? And division, okay? So if you hear these words, and this is not an all-inclusive list, there could be others that you think of, and if you do, you should send me a message and be like, Andrea, you should put this on your list. Might get an extra credit point for it. So for addition, if you hear these words, you know you're going to be adding 2 numbers at least together. So sum, total, all together, perimeter, because perimeter you have to add up all the lengths around something, increased by, added to, together, in all, and obviously plus, combined, more than. So those are some of the main words that if you hear those, you're going to be doing some addition. So what about subtraction? Biggest one here is difference. The difference between the 2 numbers is you would take the biggest number and subtract the smallest number. Okay, so difference, minus, fewer, exceeded, reduced by, decrease, less than, take away, leftover, remain, dropped. I think I got them all that are on my list, but I may have missed one. And again, you might think of some other ones that we should put on the list and just let me know and we can. Multiplication, some words that you might hear to think that you're going to have to multiply would be times, twice, multiply by 2. Product, the product is the answer when you multiply 2 numbers together. Area, because for area we do length times width. Factor, multiplied by, or obviously multiply, okay? And division, some of the ones I have here, half, you divide by 2. Split, again, divide by 2 unless it says split into thirds, in which you would divide by 3. Quotient, quotient is the answer of a division problem. Divisor, equal groups, divide, dividend, and separate. Okay, separate's very equivalent to split. It might just say separate. It might be like separate into fourths. Okay, so it'll kind of give you a hint as to what to do with that. Okay, again, that list is right below here. My board wobbles because it's just command stripped to the wall. So say I ask you for the difference between 7 and 10. If I ask you for the difference between 7 and 10, you would take 7 and subtract 10, okay? The difference here is -3. Sorry. You might get a negative number sometimes, and that's okay. Now, if it wasn't worded any differently and you did 10 minus 7 and got +3, that's okay. If they're not specific on the difference of anything like that, that's all right. Quotient, what if I ask you for the quotient of -24 and 3? That means we're going to take -24 and divide it by 3. Okay, 24 divided by 3 is 8. A negative divided by a positive is a negative. Okay, remember we need 2 negatives to make positive. And since we only have 1, it stays negative. All right, one more for you guys. What if I ask you for the product of 4 and 7? Product means we're multiplying. So we're going to multiply 4 and 7, and 4 times 7 is 28. Okay? With me so far? Again, if you guys have questions, just shoot me a message after you finish this video and we can start talking about it. So, unit analysis and life application. These are just a couple examples of math that we use in real life. Unit analysis just means that instead of like saying you're driving 150 miles per 3 hours, you just divide it. That's 50 miles per 1 hour. So it's just looking at per one thing. So say for instance, I tell you that you drive 50 miles per hour for an hour and a half. We're going to take that 50, and we know miles per hour is mph, okay? Hope you guys can see that, mph. So, but that just means that we're going miles per 1 hour, okay? And if we drive that for 1.5 hours, we just multiply, okay? This little hour word here cancels out. Remember, anytime you have something on the top and the bottom of a fraction bar, they cancel each other out. It's miraculous. It's fun. We'd have more fun with this if we were in class because you know I'd be having a ball with it. But we're not. I'm going to try and keep it simple here. So 50 times 1.5, push it into your calculator, and you would get 75, and your answer would be in miles. So if you drove 50 miles an hour for an hour and a half, you would have gone 75 miles. That's not accounting for any stops, traffic, stoplights, stop signs, none of that. This is just if you had open highway, 50 miles an hour for an hour and a half. Okay? Cool. What if I tell you that you earn $24 for 3 hours worth of work? What is your hourly wage? So how much did you earn for every 1 hour that you worked? You would take your $24 that you earned total, and you would divide that over the 3 hours. And that will give you $8, and that's for 1 hour. Because if you take that $8 for every hour and you multiply it by the 3 hours you worked, you're going to end up back with 24. I know, it's so cool. All right, last one. You will see this written out. This is a whole stretch of conversion factors. Conversion factors that we're just going from one unit of measurement to the other. So for instance, you might be going feet to miles. You could be going from seconds to hours, stuff like that, okay? So I'm gonna write this one out. So we have 88 feet per 1 second. And again, this is all in the notes that are copied right below this video. 3,600 seconds for 1 hour. These right here, this is a conversion factor because this is exactly how many seconds for every hour. These are equal, they're just in 2 different measurements. Okay, and then 1 mile per 5,280 feet. Again, this is a conversion factor because a mile is equal to 5,280 feet. They're just in different units, okay? What we do here, multiply, all right? So, like I told you before, if it's on the top and the bottom, you can cancel it. So our seconds can get canceled, and these feet can get canceled, okay? Anything that's on the top is multiplied by itself. Anything on the bottom is multiplied by itself. So 88 times 3,600 times 1 is going to be a super big number. It's 316,800. Okay, now we multiply the bottom. 1 times 5,280 is just 5,280. Okay, this is not how you give me your answer. If you give me this answer, I'm literally going to weep tears of sadness that you didn't finish this up. Okay, all you got to do now, take this top number, divide it by the bottom number. So 316,800 divided by 5,280 will give you 60. But you're still not done. I know. All you got to do is finish up with what's left. So miles per hour. And you'll see I wrote that out. You can also just write mph. Okay? Don't overstress about this, all right? Take it one step at a time. It's probably it's probably not as hard as you want to make it to be. So if you're struggling, let me know. You and I can work on it together, all right? All right, good luck, guys.